And so let's go back and how did all this begin? And usually I start 1500 BC, so you're very lucky because we're only going back to 1900. And you'd go back to this man and you know who this is. You might not have ever seen his photograph. But everybody in this room has received an IQ test at some point. And he started it. It's Alfred Binet from France. And his original intent was to help people. In fact, if you go back to his rules, he says that the intelligence test doesn't define anything permanent. It's simply a rough guide to help children, and low scores don't mean you're innately incapable, and we have violated every one of those Binet rules. And so how does this intersect with race and with people with disabilities? Because we then were on a course, and we're still living it, where children of color are disproportionately placed in special education. If you've read the research, you've seen the University of Minnesota receive money to prove that Somali kids on the autism spectrum also had intellectual disability. And you have to say, did they check the test? And you see it over and over where you're on a lifelong path, you're not going to graduate from high school, you're on the road to juvenile justice, it's a pipeline to prison, unemployment, and inequities. And it just starts right here by violating his rules.